Hello, my love, and welcome to Spiritually Empowered Podcast. I'm your host, Ashley. Thank you for tuning in today. So grateful that you're here. Let's share a deep breath together. And think the word release. Hello, it's been a minute. Thanks for being here. So today I'm inspired to talk to you about the soul, because winged alchemy, which is the brand, the frequency, the container through which I live out my mission. And you might know that my business used to be Emerald Healing Arts for about 6+ years. And November, well, it was probably like October 2022, this huge shift came over me where it was no longer aligned. And I take on the belief system of shamanism, which is animism, and that is everything is a spirit. Everything is a fragment or a reflection of the great spirit. So yes, I see my business as an entity. I see it as a spirit that I am here to co-create with. So when Emerald Healing Arts was ready to die, was ready to go, I could feel the death codes in my body. Doors were shutting in my face. People didn't sign up for a course that I put my whole heart and soul into, right? There were signs, and I was working with a coach and did this whole death ceremony and spoke directly to the spirit of Emerald Healing Arts. And now I'm in this spirit of winged alchemy. And it was not a comfortable transition. There were death codes. There was a period of nothingness, which is called the void. The void happens after a release where it's essentially the womb. It is the darkness that is the darkest before new life sprouts. So if you're in a place of a void, for example, what if you just left a relationship or you left a job or you just feel like something's coming? Something's always coming, by the way, because we're always evolving. There's always the next level. There's always the next level, right? And shamans and the teaching here is to have a foot in both worlds, to be deeply present with the now and to also look towards your becoming. A foot in the now and a foot in your destiny, the path forwards. And we are so powerful that we will withhold information from ourselves. The higher self will withhold information from our human selves so that we can be on an authentic journey. Yes, you know when you're going to take your last breath. Yes, you know who your next partner is. If you are a reflection of God and the Great Spirit, then you are all-knowing. We see this in yoga and creation philosophy, through the Hindu tradition, through the Indian wisdom traditions of Brahman equals Atman. The creator God equals the individual soul, which is you. You're the Atman. You're the reflection of the divine. And if you believe that, then you also must, in my opinion, believe that you are all-knowing, that an aspect of you is all-knowing. And if we knew everything, it wouldn't be fun. We are here to forget. We are here to be on an authentic journey. So if you don't know what's next, congratulations. There is a part of you that's vibing with that mystery, right? And I want to talk about the soul today, but first let's talk about the ego. So the ego is your human, and I don't believe in killing the ego. Guess what? If you killed your ego, you wouldn't be here. The ego gives us the illusion of separateness. Ego experiences life in this realm of Maya or illusion. It is the human spacesuit. It is the Ashley identity. Here are my thoughts. Here are my emotions. Here are my dreams. It's I, it's me. It is the me-ness. And the ego is necessary in this path of individuation, of not conforming to life's standards, but fucking writing your own. There is a reason why we are in, quote unquote, this separateness, right? If we look at the energy of things, guess what? Nothing's separate, straight up. Like if we study quantum physics, if we study the energetics and the frequencies, guess what? We are all entangled. But why don't we see and perceive that entanglement and that enmeshment? Because we are in the experience of temporary separateness. This is the great Maya, the great illusion. But it's an illusion that has its place, and that's very important. So the ego's job is to keep you alive. The ego knows fear and pleasure, and it's programmed to go away from fear and towards pleasure. It wants to fix you. It wants to heal you. It wants to make life better. It's the fear when you look out into the street and you're about to walk into the street and you see a car zoom by. That is good fear. All fear is good fear because, listen, if we called fear bad, then we've just created an unconscious link. Anything that we shame or blame, guess what? Goes into the unconscious and secretly runs our lives. So it's not good, bad, good, bad. What do I want to say? Fear is useful. It's useful when it comes to keeping us alive. Hey, this is actually dangerous. But the problem that humans can get into is that if you're choosing a path of soul growth, the reality is not all people are. I mean, we're all growing because we're all enmeshed, straight up. Yet we have the conscious choice, and some people would rather stay asleep. Some people would rather stay. Because you're listening to this, I know that you are not willing to do that. You are willing to grow your soul. So a person who's willing to grow their soul is going to descend into the shadow, into the depths, into the pain, into the pressure. Because if you want to grow your soul, you've got to be willing to see your blocks, to see your pain, to see the curses, and to feel the pain that maybe other people are not willing to feel, or don't have the capacity to, or don't have the tools to. Right? You're the chosen one. You've chosen yourself to be on this planet during this time of fucking chaos, which is really an awakening, a prophesized awakening. You've chosen to step into your power, to remember who you are, and to grow your soul. So what is the soul? The soul is an invisible blueprint to all that you are. The soul is the repository of everything that is you. It is the great story keeper. You ever heard of the Akashic records? That's in the soul. The soul knows your sacred challenges, your wounds, your karma, your curses, your gifts, your destiny. The soul is the great carrier of you in invisible form. The soul manifested your body. The soul manifested your family. Through the stories, through the essence of your soul, you've manifested into form. The soul is the great magnet, magnetizing you to somebody that reminds you of your dad, that creates this level of pain and brings up this level of wounding so that you can integrate that experience. Pain rises, we get the blessing, we feel through it, we move on. So the soul is the magnet. It magnetizes you to your destiny, to your relationships, to that partner. I know you know this. That partner in the past that it was such fucking chaos. And maybe you're coming out of this, or maybe you're still in this, right? Whatever it is. No judgment here. This is the journey of the soul, the great journey of evolution. That relationship that just tore you to bits. What if your soul magnetized that relationship to you because you wanted to learn something? Because, say, for example, you felt so unworthy in that relationship. You were just cracked open. You felt so unworthy. Maybe Your task was to learn your worth. How do you learn your worth on planet Earth? You learn unworthiness. That's the contrast that we get in this world. How do we learn love? By experiencing hate or fear. Fear is really the opposite of love. We learn through contrast. And guess what? An awakened being, the goal, if you will, quote unquote, for spiritual awakening, for the practices that we do, it's not to just feel the high vibe emotions. It's actually to be present with it all. And abide in a place of peace so that you can gently come back to peace. If you're on earth, you're going to get the whole spectrum of emotions. You're going to face your wounds. It's like if you're on this planet, you're healing. You're healing. So the soul is the great magnet. It calls you back into the past to heal. So what does it mean to evolve the soul? Let's take a breath. To evolve the soul means two things. And I learned this from my shamanic teacher, Alberto Villoldo. One, to edit the past, to click rewind. And really what's going to happen in this human world, as you've probably noticed, is that things in your present are going to trigger your past. Because the universe wants us to be whole so much that it's going to trigger what is unhealed within us. Bring it up, whoop, right up at the surface, so that we can fall deeper in love with ourselves, so that we can heal, so that we can forgive our dad, so that we can remove judgment, so that we can call those lost parts of us back. This is about integration and wholeness. And a person on a path of soul growth is going to fucking drop to their knees again and again. Is going to meet their demons. Is going to meet their greatest, deepest pleasure. You're going to touch the edges of the depths of the full spectrum. And for me personally, it's been tough recently. It's been tough. I have felt this weight through my body. I have literally felt as heavy as a stone. And I've gotten healings and I've reached out to people and I've expressed it to my partner. It's like I've done the things. I've done the things. And yesterday I got to this point where I was like, I'm fucking tired. I'm tired of trying to heal myself. I'm tired of trying to fix myself and high vibe myself. And my mind is spinning and looking for a reason why I'm miserable. Is it this? Is it this? To the extent of actually creating problems that are not there because the mind wants to understand why. But let me tell you, the spirit and the soul, it's not a clear why. It's just what it is. The intensity of emotions don't always work through reason and why and cause and effect. Through my whole life, my family has asked me, why are you sad? Why are you depressed? Look at all this stuff you have. And I'm like, I don't fucking know why. And now my mom, who I feel is like a soulmate, one of my soulmates, truly, I just feel like she feels me on a really deep level. And she knows that sometimes I just crash. That sometimes I'm just fucking over trying and efforting and heal this and heal that and this and that. She's like, Ashley, that's just how God made you. You're just, and on that same regard, I have the capacity to feel the most love, like ever, like ecstatic love, like sitting with my partner and drinking cacao. I feel love coursing through my body and orgasm moving through my body. And I'm opening that capacity to feel more orgasm. I can feel pleasure greater than I ever have. I'm a deep feeler. And when I look at my testimonials, when I read through how I've helped people change their lives, how I've been able to do that is one, through the grace of Spirit. And two, because I journey into the depths, because I know the territory of my hell realms, because I throw myself and I'm thrown into my pain body. And I get to explore the unconscious. So when I'm in session with somebody, I look at them and I say, you don't have to go alone. Let's go together. It makes me cry. In my deepest soul wound is my purpose, is my bliss, is my pleasure, and is my prosperity. It's my level of mastery. The gift, the breakthrough, what we are truly seeking is within the depths of our being. And that is winged alchemy. Winged alchemy is both traveling to that place where people fear to go and bringing one mustard seed of faith deep, deep into your being. And it's also about flying high. Think about the owl. That's winged alchemy. Flying high above the chaos and holding the perspective of spirit in the depths. Winged alchemy is the polarity of life. It's high, high, it's low, low, it's black, it's white, it's everything in between. It's pain, it's pleasure, and how do we link them? How do we weave them? How do we be whole like we were born? It's the great remembrance. So soul growth is about a journey that has no map. It's literally like, okay, let's say yes to this journey of healing. Let's track this trigger that my partner brought up in me. Let's go deeper into my body. Let's invoke the power of spirit and the power that's within me and receive the fucking gift and sit in this. So many of us are trained to get better, to feel better, to go higher, to elevate. Ooh, if you stay here too long, guess what? Guess what? If you feel pain too long, you're going to lower your vibration. You're going to attract this and that, and you're just going to attract crappy shit to you because you're staying in pain. How does that thought feel in your body? Hurry up and get better. That's how I read that. Hurry up and get better or else. Hurry up and get happy or else. Fuck that. Straight up. When I actually surrender into what's arising in me, I'm not going and looking for pain, straight up. Like, if I'm happy, I'm lit up. And yes, I do things to raise my vibration and do the gratitude list, of course. Absolutely. The focus of this talk, though, is the depth of soul healing. And it's about surrendering to that calling. This morning, and this has been, also with some context, I'm in my Saturn return. Listen, I have Saturn in Pisces. I've got Venus in Pisces. I've got Sun in Pisces. Like, Pisces rules the unconscious. It rules self-sabotage. It rules addictions. It rules the spirit world. It rules unconditional love. It rules altered states of consciousness. It rules boundarylessness. No boundaries. And I was even born on a Saturday, which is ruled by Saturn. So I've got all Pisces and I've got all Saturn. And I'm literally hearing like metal screeching in my head as I'm saying that. I'm like, oh my God. It's not always fun. Let's be real. Let's be real on Spiritually Empowered Podcast. You can expect realness over here. Let's be real. Let's not sugarcoat or sprinkle sparkles. Let's be grateful, yes, for the soul journey. Let's keep our hearts open to the best of our ability. But listen, we're going to be real here. It's fucking hard sometimes. And for the past 2 weeks, I've felt this level of pressure in my body. And yes, it's, a little bit connected to things coming up with my partner and things coming up in my business. Yes, of course. There's always things. You can always find a challenge in your life, straight up. You can always find a challenge. And you can always find epicness, epic beauty and blessings and abundance in your life. You can always find both. Yet when I am in this depth of descent and healing, guess what? You're veiled. You're absolutely veiled to perceive through the eyes of your wounds. So the mind is like focused on the negative. And the more I try, this is throughout my life, the more I try to get out, the more miserable I feel. I felt this again and again. This is a pattern for me. And it's really beautiful because through this pattern, I have not only become more whole, more healed, attracted more money, more clients, attracted the most incredible partner. It's like there are results to this descent. When we descend and decide to love ourselves deeply and to heal the soul wounds, so that my shamanic teacher would say this: you have two choices. You can heal your soul wounds through your life, through your failed relationships, your job getting fired, your friends having triggers come up. You can heal by your world, or you can heal from the inside out through the depths of your inner alchemy, by facing your demons, by literally imagining you at a table in a beautiful garden, you and your sorrow, and talking to it. That is healing directly. And guess what? We're always going to heal through the world. Straight up. Me and my partner were just talking about it. It's like we're not together to heal. We're together to live in love and be in love and evolve and grow this beautiful bond. And, we're mirrors for each other. Things are going to come up here. And there's a devotion. I told him, I was like, I am devoted to healing my past, so I'm not projecting it into this relationship. I am devoted to alchemizing my own past and suffering and pain and turning it into gold. That's alchemy. So I don't project it into this relationship. And he was like, wow, that's beautiful. And it really is. I'm not here to heal through failed businesses I'm here to heal directly. And again, that's not to say things aren't going to come up in life. That's just life. Things are going to come up. Yet, when we choose to grow the soul from the inside out, oh my God, that is the portal of our power. I wrote a program called From Pain to Purpose, and I wrote it from my own alchemy. I turned my pain into my purpose, and then I'm like, holy shit, let me show others how to do this in their own way. I wrote a program based on what was most important to me and something that I embodied. And guess what? That was a $9,000. I received $9,000. And more importantly, I did what I absolutely loved. I only worked a few hours a week. People's lives were being changed. Their businesses were being changed. One person was like, dude, I had no clients for 5 months. And 2 weeks into this program, I started to get clients. So I get to help other people help other people. And the thing about our destiny and the thing about inner alchemy, it is directly correlated to financial prosperity, straight up. Because it's the frequency of destiny. It fucking matters to you. That's money. That's currency. And my dad always taught me, do what you love, the money will come. Do what you love, the money will come. What an incredible, timeless reminder. And this all unfolds from the inside out. So if you are in a period of descent, maybe, if it feels safe, maybe, take a breath and just fucking be there. You don't have to swim out. You don't have to high vibe. You don't have to feel better. You don't have to gratitude list. Just exhale and see where these emotions live in you and be there. Be there for a week. Soften down and in. We are God incarnated. We are down in deep depth of the body. And what I know about this journey is that you will come out stronger, greater, more whole, more sexy, more magnetic, more healed than ever before. Winged Alchemy and all of our offerings here are here to assist you with growing your soul and up-leveling your inner magnet so that you can experience truth, limitless prosperity, epic soulmate love in your relationships, divine community and connection. It happens from the inside out. And sometimes it can be a lot. Like, I don't know where I'm going and I don't know what's happening. I am here to support you, and Winged Alchemy is here to support you in your journey. We're here to make it way easier for you to turn this energy, whatever's within you, into power, prosperity, and purpose. Let's take a really deep breath. Exhale down and into your bones, down and in. And as you're down and in, deeply present in your body, also, be the witness, be unattached, be the winged ones, right? It's a foot in both worlds. You can do that. You can be deep in your being, and you can also be the loving witness above, beyond the chaos, the drama, the unraveling. I love you so much. Please receive this support today. Thank you for receiving this support today. And go to my website, go to Winged Alchemy, and start and continue to receive the resources that are there. Expand. I want to make this journey so much easier for you so that you can be embodied in your power, purpose, truth, and prosperity. Thank you so much for listening. Please share this with your bestie, with your friend who's also on a path of soul healing. And praying over all of us, may we heal at the deepest level of our being with ease and come out of that cocoon fucking lit and laughing and joyful, and find so much peace through those cycles, through that cycle of epic healing and liberation, rejuvenation. You are getting so powerful, so much stronger, so much more lit and magnetic to all of your desires. Love you, and catch you in the next episode. See ya. Hey love, thank you so much for tuning in today for Spiritually Empowered Podcast. I hope you absolutely loved this episode, and if you did, please share it with somebody who you really feel would benefit from these teachings and from this remembrance. I hope you have an incredible day wherever you're at in your world, and I will talk to you very soon. Love you.